Hey y'all, welcome back to Happy Hempiness. Wait, Hempin Happiness.
It's been so long you forgot the name of the podcast.
I think I get too excited sometimes and my mouth speaks before my brain catches up, or vice versa. I'm not sure. I don't know how that works, but it works. Welcome back to Hempin Happiness. I am Dee Dee Taylor, your host.
And I'm Beth Panotti.
And we are the chicks that run 502 Hemp and sometimes 812 Hemp when we have to.
Yes.
But we are here to talk about all things fun and hemp related. And I hope we got a good little podcast for you today. There's so much stuff going on. It's hard to stay happy though.
Well, we're going to talk about focus today. So,
okay.
Yes, with all this going on. And this is something I've been so excited about. So we've been waiting to do this podcast until we had our product that we wanted to talk about. And it has finally arrived. Yay. And I'm going to hold up that product right here. So this is huge. This is our new Berry Motivated. It is full spectrum CBD with THCv, 20 milligrams of full spectrum CBD and 20 of THCv. And a lot of people have not heard about THCv. It's been around for a while. It's a natural cannabinoid. So it's been around since the plant was created, but they just began extracting it. Yeah, it's nothing new. Yeah, it's been around forever.
It's not synthetic.
It is natural. And THCv is very energetic. It's a stimulant. It's an appetite suppressant. So we've known this for a while. But then we learned some new things because some new research came out on that cannabinoid. And there are amazing things going on with THCv. And so based on this research study that was done, we created a product because we thought, well, if this research study has all these great results, we're just going to copy their formula in our product so that we get those same great results with our consumers, with all of us using it. So I think we just got it in about a week ago.
We did.
And I was the first to try it. So I've been using it for about a week.
Yeah.
Taking one every day in the morning. Okay. I'm not a coffee drinker. So some people have asked me, should I take it if I'm drinking coffee? Because it is a stimulant. And I said, you may want to wait a little bit, because
to drink the coffee?
No, or drink your coffee first. Yeah, people are like, I gotta have my coffee in the morning. And that maybe combining this with their coffee could be a little too much.
I'm just going to say real quick, what I love about my coffee is that it tastes like pumpkin spice right now. It's my favorite time of year. I am. Go on.
He said to each their own. Yeah, you can have all the pumpkin spice you want.
Just saying.
But I have told people, if you do coffee, do that in the morning and then maybe take this a little later on, like afternoon slump type of feeling, because this does not give you a crash like caffeine.
Which is great.
Yes, and it doesn't make you feel shaky or nervous, energy, anything like that. It's very much energy, calm, focus all at the same time because you're combining the CBD with the THCv.
Well, that's phenomenal. So
I know.
I pulled up on my screen. We got a really, really good review about the THCv. Now, granted, he was reviewing the other product that we carry, but I wanted to point this review out because his son has autism. And his son is in his 30s, I believe, or maybe even 40s. So he's very on the spectrum. And sweet, sweet young man. I mean, I am probably older than him, but that's beside the point. But he on our 502 Hemp page on Google, I'm just going to read this to you real quick. He said, I first went to 502 Hemp Wellness Center because my autistic son was having severe meltdowns on a regular basis, and none of the prescription medicines we'd used, including heavy hitters like Risperdal, Valium, and Thorazine had helped him. I first tried some CBD gummies on him, but they had no discernible effect on his behavior. I went back to the store and spoke with someone there, and she suggested that I try a gummy which contained THCv. She assured me that they had no psychoactive effects, just to make assurance, doubly sure, I took the gummies for a few days and I didn't notice any effect at all. That wasn't all that comforting, since I didn't see how they could possibly help my son if they had no discernible effect on me. But in my dotage, my motto is, what the hell do I know? So I started giving them to my son. Previously, he had violent outbursts, throwing furniture across the room, pummeling family members, no joke, at 5'10" and 240 pounds, about once every 2 or 3 weeks. After a few weeks of one gummy per day and no violence, I began to suspect that we were onto something. As more time passed and we encountered situations which normally would have set my son off, i.e. bad weather, cancellation, changes in schedules, etc., I became a believer. We went well over a year with no violent behaviors.
Wow. With one cannabinoid. That's all they added was that one.
A few weeks ago, we had a brief outburst, I'm sorry to say, but if we can hold it down to one incident per every 18 months, I'll consider my money very well spent. 502 Hemp Wellness has not only made me a believer, it also made my son's psychiatrist a believer, and he has since relayed my experiences with THCv gummies to others who have found themselves in similar circumstances.
Aww,
and that just, I remember this, Dad, and I remember the son. So this review was huge to get. Yes. I swear I teared up.
No,
because this is exactly why we do what we do and why we formulate gummies to help. And the fact that our gummies have the CBD included is only going to be even better.
Yes, exactly.
So I am super excited and tickled about that. And I cannot wait until he comes in. So he'd be like, try these.
I know.
And I think in my reply on the review, I said, we got one coming out that I think will be
even better. Right.
So I'm super excited to hear about that. And to know how much that THCv helps.
I know. And who would have thought, for autism? Right.
I wouldn't have. To me, it was always a focused gummy. So I would have never, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense if it's helping you stay stable.
Stay focused.
And staying focused. So then the outside forces aren't irritating you as much.
Exactly.
So I think every woman with perimenopause and menopause should try these.
I swear, it's amazing. You know what I mean? I've noticed a huge difference in my mood, my energy, focus without that crash. And I will go all day. 8 o'clock, I'm still focused, but not like, ooh, I got to do something. I can relax, but that there's no crash. That's amazing. Awesome. Yeah. And so combining that with full spectrum CBD is going to offer so many more benefits. If he didn't tell a difference with the CBD alone, but combining these together.
And I think without THC, because not everybody can take THC all the time. So I think having this with CBD instead of THC is just, it's going to be a game changer for a lot of people.
I know.
So I'm pretty excited about it too. And I'm just going to give credit where credit is due, y'all. This was Beth's formulation. I know. So she thought of this one. She's like, we need this one. I'm like, okay.
We had to have it created. So it
so
took us a little bit of time.
I did think of the name. Very motivated.
Yes, you did.
So it is a raspberry type flavor. Yes. So that's why we went very motivated.
Exactly.
Did it taste good?
Yeah, they taste good.
Yet, so. Okay, good.
And I like that the CBD, I think it does produce a little bit of a calming effect. So it balances out that THCV a little bit more because the previous product that he was talking about is THCV only. And that was a 25 milligram. Yeah. And I did not prefer that kind of feel.
It was a little too much.
But this is perfect.
Well, and CBD helps balance you out anyway.
Right.
So even when you add that to the Delta 9 THC, it gives it much more of that, I always say a hybrid type feeling is the best way to describe it. But you don't have as much up and downs.
Exactly.
Where THC alone can sometimes do that too with the anxiety if you experience too much anxiety with THC. So I love this. And it's in a bag, you all. It's not in a jar, but I have heard that they're still hard to open.
Oh, no.
They are still childproof. So unfortunately, they are still childproof. But you can always just cut the darn things open and put them in a Ziploc baggie if you need to.
It's not that hard. But I want to go over some of the things that they have found. So the reason why we did create this. So there was recent research that indicates the endocannabinoid system significantly influences food intake, fat storage, insulin sensitivity, and inflammation, all of which are central to the development and progression of obesity. Everybody has always asked us, do you have a gummy for weight loss? And I'm like, no. They say they promote CBD gummies as like weight loss gummies. And it's like, no.
I think if you eat when you're anxious, then
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But
or
I don't
helping blood sugar levels and things.
Now,
but
I have heard that where it helps with the A1C levels, but
will it truly help you lose weight? You know, I'm not going to say that it would. But our endocannabinoid system has more to do with that. So if you're trying to lose weight and you're not taking care of your endocannabinoid system, you're not giving yourself cannabinoids, maybe that's why you're struggling to lose weight as well.
I mean, it could be.
I mean,
it definitely could be.
All the factors. But so the big study, this was sent out February 27th. So it was a study published in the journal Cannabeth, and it was comparing THC or using THCv and CBD versus placebo in obese adults. So I'm just going to read through here real quick. Compared to those consuming the placebo, subjects taking THCV and CBD experienced significant weight loss, and other metabolic improvements. Most subjects who consumed cannabinoids reported no adverse effects. So something without side effects?
Oh my goodness. Because it's not a drug.
Because it's natural. A study's author concluded 90-day use of once daily THCV and CBD infused. They used the mucoadhesive strips, is how it was taken. Was associated with clinically significant weight loss, decreases in abdominal girth, systolic blood pressure, and total and LDL cholesterol.
Shit.
So if you would not have to take a statin from, this could be a miracle for us. I don't know.
For a lot of people. No wonder they want to ban everything again.
That's why they're trying to ban our cannabinoids, because we might get healthy.
Oh, heaven forbid.
But yeah, so I won't go through the whole study, but I do have the study here. So it was 16 milligrams of THCV and 20 of CBD. So we formulated ours 20 of THCV and 20 of CBD. So it would be similar, pretty much exactly like the one they used in the study. And so the main things that they found, THCV has a biphasic effect, which means it has different effects at different dosages. Many cannabinoids have biphasic effects, including THC and CBD.
Which makes sense.
But THCV displays the meaning behind biphasic. So depending on the dosage and other factors, THCV can have the following effects: appetite suppression and possibly reversing of insulin resistance in low doses. So that would be beneficial for obesity and diabetes. Energizing in low doses, useful for depression. Antipsychotic in low doses, and psychoactive in high doses. It says a more clear-headed and less sedative effect than THC.
That makes sense.
And an anti-inflammatory. So psychoactive, they're saying not as like a high. Psychoactive doesn't necessarily mean that high feeling, but it affects your brain.
Right.
So we don't need to always look at psychoactive as in high. But yeah, so a few things here that were just noted. Blood sugar levels. Studies show that THCV may help regulate blood sugar levels and reduce insulin resistance. So that combination may benefit of THCV and CBD, may benefit those with diabetes, whether it is autoimmune related type 1, which my husband has, or overweight type 2. So either one it could work with. That's amazing.
Is that why you get type 2 diabetes? Because you're overweight?
Overweight usually. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Usually
pretty rare to get
fixable.
it unless you're overweight.
Yeah.
PTSD, that's another difficult thing a lot of people are dealing with. They say THCV could be of particular use for anxiety and PTSD. Moreover, for those who are prone to anxiety when using THC. So a small amount of THCV may reduce the duration of the THC high. So we do have a product that does have THC and THCV.
Mm-hmm.
That's our black cherry. So you may get those benefits that could be good for PTSD as well. And THCV does not suppress your emotions, but it does affect emotions associated with fight or flight.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that very calm,
that.
kind of feeling, as do cannabinoids in general, as it says. And that it can be very useful those who suffer anxiety or PTSD who don't want the flattening of the emotions like antidepressants and benzos do, where you don't feel nothing.
You don't feel nothing. You don't feel like you have a soul.
Soulless.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, me too. Alzheimer's disease. So this was amazing too. THCV may be used to minimize the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, whereas the combination of THC and THCV may help reduce inflammation, remove the plaque-causing protein beta amyloid, and help reduce the symptoms associated with Alzheimer's. THCV may also have a brain-boosting effect combined with cannabinoids CBD and CBC.
Oh, wow.
And, I do feel a little smarter.
I mean,
you're looking at me like, I don't think so, Beth. Just joking.
You are smart, but you caught me off guard on that one. I was like, what? Damn.
Smarter in a week.
These gummies should be given to everyone in this entire United States.
Yes. These are smart
gummies. Especially fucking drivers who get in my way.
Pain. So THC, and I never thought about THCV and pain. But THCV's ability to help treat conditions like diabetes and Alzheimer's disease gives an additional use of treating nerve pain. Okay. THCV's broad range of effects on both CB1 and CB2 receptors can make it particularly useful for treating neuropathic pain. That's hard to say. Nerve pain. So nerve pain and THCV, I had not heard of that before. So that's something else that we can recommend. Cancer, they're finding it may also be beneficial for treating glioblastomas that occur in the brain or spinal cord, bone injuries.
That's crazy because the Depo-Provera shot has been causing those kind of tumors in the brain. There's some big lawsuits pending.
I have not heard that. Mm-hmm. I was wondering why so many people were suffering from that.
That would be why, mostly women. Depo-Provera shot was mostly for women.
It's birth control. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And it can stimulate, THCV can stimulate bone growth and nodule formation. So it is under investigation for treatment of osteoporosis and arthritis.
Wow. Okay. And we all know that CBD helps with inflammation anyway.
Right.
So adding the two of them and very motivated, that's going to give people some relief.
And I have both. I have osteo and arthritis.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I know. I'm on the struggle bus. Elderly people here.
Good thing she's taking them.
So we'll see. Most common side effect is decreased appetite, which is a positive side effect for a lot of people. And I do find, you don't want to eat. You almost have to make yourself eat. You don't feel that hunger. So that's kind of cool.
I know y'all can't see my face if you're not watching us, but I'm like,
I know.
Because I like food.
I know. Well,
I like food.
Yeah. I don't know why you're not taking this.
Well, I just had, you know what? Honest to goodness, I've been taking our ultra spectrums lately because my feet and legs have been killing me.
Is it helping?
Yes.
Good.
Not every night, but I've only had one night that I've had issues since I started taking them. Okay. So I think that's pretty good.
It's pretty good, right?
It's been over, I don't remember when the last event was I did. Gaslight. So cramping and just painful. Right. So I'm doing better, but I might have to switch to those during the day and take the ultras at night.
Right. Right. Yep. Yeah, that's totally what I would do. I would take these during the day and those at night. So I just think it's amazing. So yeah,
I love
studying
how
it.
more research is coming out.
Well, the problem is on that, we do love this research, but they just discontinued all of the cannabis research that was
The
passed.
funding.
The funding for all cannabis research has been zip.
Where? In Congress? Like federally?
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Yeah. Well, with all I was just reading it was all cut. So this may be the last study we have on THCv for a while.
The state of the union is frightening.
Yeah. So anyway,
Wow.
so yeah, if the U.S. may not have funding to do these studies anymore, we'll have to rely on other countries, and
which is kind of what we've done anyway.
Yeah, in the past, right? Because
I learned so much from Israel. It wasn't even funny.
Right, exactly.
And, well, with what they have going on, those just never know.
Right. So
I don't even know what to think anymore.
Yeah. But luckily, we do have this now, and this is going to be a great thing.
Just hope that it isn't taken away from us. Which we'll talk about more in another podcast.
Yes.
But yeah, pretty excited, Beth.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a game changer. Yeah, and autism. I mean, this is just the beginning of what it could help with. So we'll see as we go along.
What all different cannabinoids help with. I mean, if we don't do the studies, how will we know?
I know.
We only know by anecdotal evidence, right? And of course, that's never good enough when you're in front of legislators, even though they're supposed to work for us.
Right.
But they don't. They really work for the lobbyists and big corporations.
Yeah.
Which is not how this country is supposed to be run,
No.
Unfortunately.
No.
Or fortunately, but it is. So I just find it a shame that if things end up moving the way they move, we might not be able to carry these.
Right.
So
I know. Because they'll probably consider THCv a THC cannabinoid because they don't know it's non-psychoactive or non-intoxicating, as they want to call it. So who knows?
We'll jump more into that into another podcast.
But now we have a weight loss energy focus gummy that people have been asking for. So this is it.
Motivated.
Very motivated.
Very
Get yours
motivated.
today.
Yep. And we have them at 812 and both the 502 stores. So our Logan Street Market, we have them down there too as of yesterday. So pretty excited about that.
Order online.
Yes,
502 we have a new website.
And we have a new website, which is phenomenal. Still working out some bugs, but we're getting there. Yeah. It's a cool looking website though, and very user friendly on
much
your
better.
phone.
Yeah.
So I have heard good feedback on that already. Yeah. So I'm glad. Very glad.
So come and talk to us, and
anytime.
We'll answer your questions.
Anytime. Happy to help, and we appreciate you listening to us. And stay hemping and definitely stay happy out there, because we know how the struggle bus is real, but we have products that may help.
Yes. Thanks.